Hiya! Welcome to today's edition of Caddy's Corner. I had to go deal with a problem at the property this week, so I was actually over there twice, and I spent upwards of like 3 to 4 hours each day digging around in the backyard, clearing out dead branches and vines that were overtaking things that weren't supposed to be there, and I had to deal with a dead bird that some cat had gotten to. But tenants were super appreciative. One of the little boy who lives there made me a card. They left at the front of the building that said, "Thank you for doing all you've done so that I can play catch with my dad." And then he drew a picture of him and his dad playing catch. And yes, I cried. I'm going to spin this around right now because I want you to see what I'm looking at. Look at that. You know what? It's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. This gorgeous, gorgeous blue sky. And I only realized today when I was talking to my friend, there's no planes. I haven't looked up in the news exactly what is happening schedule-wise, but I haven't heard planes in days, and there was something sort of itchy to me. I was like, something's different, something's different. I was like, looks very different. Like the sky in New York can be blue. I mean, listen, you've seen me flip this phone around a handful of times, but it's never this blue. And when you're looking down at the skyline of the city, and that's not just today, it's been something, they're talking about all over the interwebs, that you from satellites can see Beijing in China for the first time. LA looks like a completely different city. Although I gotta say, when I was there in 2012 or whenever that year that was, I actually got lucky and there were no smog days when I was there, and I was like, what is everybody complaining about? It's beautiful here. So, taking care of business. Every day I'm trying to move something forward an inch. Get one more thing done. You can probably hear the dryer going. It's laundry day. On top of everything else working in the yard. I felt so great. And I'm going to put on the cover of the Instagram version of this. I get to put a different photo up. You can on YouTube, but I have to go through like 8 processes to do it, so I never do. Of a robin. And this little robin family, the minute I started digging around in the dirt, I actually moved a piece of wood which exposed a couple worms on granite, and they came walking right up to me. Now, you may or may not know this. If you knew me back in college, you would. A little baby bird fell out of his nest at Race Street, which was my apartment with Kim McCooch Leppert in Farmville, Virginia, where I went to Longwood College. And our landlord found it when he was mowing the grass, so he gave it to us. It was an era of time when we believed if a human touched a baby animal, you couldn't give it back to the mom because mom would reject it, it would die. So I adopted the bird, and I fed him and got him better, and I actually took him home when I graduated from college, and he lived in Colonial Heights, Virginia, right on the river. And at my graduation party, which was the next property over from our house, me and my girlfriends were walking, and he came flying out of the tree line. He was just getting his full red breast and landed on my shoulder. And his name was Erp. My ex-boyfriend, Sean Cooper, named him that because he would go, Erp, Erp, Erp. And he was a very special friend to me. He ended up passing away. He was not really a healthy bird. And I blame my neighbor for spraying a bunch of toxic chemicals, but rest in peace, little Erp. I love that guy. And these robins today just were walking right up to me, and I was talking to them, and I was like, what is happening right now? And every time I overturned something or dug up a little bit of dirt, they came flying out, because they can hear worms. They can hear a worm wiggling. Like, I don't know, but that's their thing. And they were just having a ball today. While I was digging stuff up and making it pretty, they were just eating snacks. And they were like, she's going to keep finding worms for us, so we'll just hang out right here. So that was my day today. I watched a YouTube video of a woman who found a cardinal just hanging out in her driveway and called the rescue place, and they told her it probably had been hit by a car, hit a window, so it had a concussion, so just let it sit in a dark box for a few hours and it should be okay. And people are integrating with nature in a different way. We were so busy before, we just weren't in the spots to see things happening like this. Raccoon babies and bird babies, and I don't know, it's a completely different life. And then, that's bookended by me checking on my friend Gina all the time on Facebook, and she's a nurse. And I wish I had a tube that went right to her apartment, and I could just put things in it all day long that she would need or could make her smile. And I don't know why, but I don't think the post that I shared that was of hers, I think it got dropped down in Facebook. I'm going to try to just do it straight as mine. She took a headband, like a thick band, put buttons on it in locations and one in the back so that you can adjust the strings of the masks so that you will not get like face blisters and wear on your face from being in them so often. So if you are in the requirement of having to wear a mask, which by the way, New York is going on Saturday, we all will be required in public to wear masks. I have been wearing mine. I will take it down if I'm completely on an empty street, just so I can breathe, because I'll tell you, we need to figure something out, because people who have claustrophobia and or anxiety, this is not going to be an option for some people to wear traditional masks. So let's keep getting inventive, y'all. Somebody figure that out and email me, okay? Because I need it. Not just for me. I know some people who are choosing to never leave home because of that fact. So, I mean, we're all in it right now, shelter in place. The only reason I'm going out is to either get my exercise on, I come right back and I don't touch anything, go anywhere, go to the grocery store, is a planned event now. I'm only going out if I have to, because I get it. I get why this is important. And, also trying to found out somebody I know is donating their plasma to Mount Sinai. So I'm trying to see if I can get in on that, because I would like to be able to do something positive, and they're finding more and more what's really working for the people who are struggling with the virus. And maybe ventilators weren't the answer in the first place, and getting them on oxygen, but keeping them up and moving, and keeping them having this massage table or thing in their bed that keeps their stuff moving in the lungs. Anyway, babble, babble, babble. That's it for today. I just wanted to check in and say hi. I'm doing okay. Phil's doing okay. You want to check in with Phil? Let's go back and give you a little bit of this Brooklyn sky. And this is Mr. Tree right outside my window. He's finally getting his little babies. It's our backyard. Some people got trampolines over there. And then, of course, we have this guy, Mr. Phil. What are you looking? What are you looking at? Anyway, thanks for joining me in Caddyland. Blessings and love to all. I'll do it again when we do it. Bye.